Hey everybody, welcome back. So a friend of mine brought something to my attention that I didn't know before. But did you know that the media didn't start referring to states as red or blue until the year 2000? He said that. I was like, there's no way. There's no way it was that recent. And I looked it up and sure enough, it is. So why is the media trying to create so much division, and why is there always such a push for division in this country? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Green Egg Girl podcast. So who benefits? Who benefits from a country divided? Who benefits from having labeled people as left or right, liberal, Republican, conservative? Who benefits from the division? Because you're watching more and more division happen. Even, Trump's in office, so it went from like there's MAGA people and there's non-MAGA people to now there's like the woke right. Who benefits from that? It's the government. The government benefits from that. Because while we're busy sitting here infighting, they're off doing whatever the crap they want to do because we're just tax slaves. Okay? So while we all sit here and infight, and we can sit and infight, and we can keep going down and down and down the track of like fighting about the trans issue, which we don't even have to fight about it, okay? There's objective reality and there's not. Here's the objective reality. There's reality. Men can't be women, women can't be men, okay? Feminism brought all of that about. Who plans this stuff? Government. Government plans this stuff. The government's the only thing that benefits from a nation divided. And it ramped up in the year 2000. The 90s were great, okay? We all remember the 90s. Anybody my age, okay? I was born in 1990. I remember the 90s. I go back and I watch sitcoms from the 90s, and life was much more peaceful. Now, they were pushing the feminist BS, but they were ramping up to this. And then the year 2000 comes, and all of a sudden there's red states and blue states. And they hate each other. So why are they creating the division? And here's the thing. I'm tired of the division. Because the government's at the door. The government's at the door, guys. The government's about to break down the door. So the little petty grievances that we have with one another, now there's some fundamental spiritual ideology that, like, if you believe in death, destruction, and killing people for their beliefs, ideas, and opposition to your warped worldview, I'm not talking to you, okay? Everybody else, we need to start setting our differences aside and find a way to get along, because it's literally us against the government. The government's coming for us all. Coming for us all. Now, if you believe in violence because somebody said something you don't agree with, again, not talking to you. You don't belong in polite society. The government's let you go too long. But the government's out to get us all. The media works for the government, you all. And you know it. Like, we all know it. We watched 2020 happen. Okay? And if you don't know it, you probably believe the media, and you probably celebrated Charlie Kirk's murder. Yeah. So the media is complicit in it. The media is out here forever trying to divide, forever trying to incite violence, and just sow chaos. Can we stop? Can we stop with all of the division and all of the chaos? Because the truth is, England's already showing us exactly what's coming for us. This constant division, all of the strife, the hate speech, All of that culminates in one thing: digital ID, and shut down. Society ends. There is no society anymore if that happens. It will only be what the oligarchs decide forever. We have that influence here, but I'm still allowed on the internet saying wild stuff. Candace is still allowed on the internet saying wild stuff. It's where we're at. But make no mistake that the government wants us all to be slaves. They will find a way. And if we don't wake up to that and start doing something about it and uniting against the government, we're all going to be screwed. There won't be free speech. There won't be a woke right. There won't be anything but what the government puts on television for us. They put out movies and TV shows and things to show you behind the curtain before they do it. So that when people like me get online and say, hey, this is where they're headed, all the sheep out there can say, oh, you watch too much TV. You've seen too many movies. I've been talking about the movie The Minority Report from like way back when with Tom Cruise, where they could predict crime forever. Right after Charlie Kirk's assassination, guy got on TV talking about the program that they're going to use to predict crime before it ever happens, and we'll be able to pull these people off the internet. We'll be able to find it before these terrible things happen. May not have been Charlie's. It might have actually been one of the school shootings prior. But it's all like they're going to scrub the internet and they're going to decide who's going to commit a crime beforehand. Yeah. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in violence for political speech or against religions or any of that. But if you don't think they're going to find a way to try to lock somebody like me up who's willing to stand up and state my opinion and not back down from it, you're insane. The government's coming for us all. And they've been doing it. They've been doing it right in front of us for a very long time. The one CIA agent who said it was wrong to torture people is the one who went to jail. Not the ones who actually tortured people at Guantanamo. Keep that in mind. So the actual crime, no one's in jail. Telling people the actual crime happened, jail. Wake up. Start thinking. Start realizing this is coming for us all. We can have petty little grievances. We can sit around, be like Nick Fuentes, fighting over every tiny little thing until like he has his 10 people that he finds acceptable. Or we can set aside some of our grievances and start working together because the government is coming for us all. And all it takes is watching another empire crumble to know that. It's going to happen. So let's wake up and let's start working together before it does. My entire point of this podcast is to wake people up to some reality. But it takes people thinking. You can't just chat GPT it and call it good. You got to read some books. You got to read some first editions of some books. It's what governments do, y'all. You really think Rome wasn't built in a day, didn't fall in a day either. So let's start putting aside some petty grievances and start realizing that the government's the problem. Government's the problem for the people because the people are what the government needs for money. They don't really want to deal with us. We're a lot of work. So Ponder on that one. Have a great day.